In Christian medieval Europe, paradise gardens came with a health warning. After all, the whole mental world of Christendom turned on a single fateful moment back in Eden. That moment when the serpent tempted Eve and set in motion the great epic of sin and salvation, culminating in the crucifixion of Christ. But in 14th century Siena, anxieties about dangers lurking in the vegetation gave way to an exercise in the self-congratulation of urban rulers, who in this fresco by Ambrogio Lorenzetti ride out to enjoy the fruits of wise government. The satisfying sight of the contadini, Italian peasants, sowing and harvesting in peace and fruitfulness. 2 seasons in one painting. In the Renaissance, this rural test of urban leadership found its vindication in the rediscovery of pagan classical writings about the landscape. Rusticating townsmen turned to their favourite Latin author, Virgil, whose nature poem The Georgics, written for urbanites of course, extolled the pleasures of country life and labour.
If they but knew they're steeped in luck, country people, far removed from the grinds of war, where earth that just showers them with all they could ever ask for. What they have is the quiet life, carefree, no deceit, wealth untold, their ease among the cornucopia. Virgil is looking hard in only the way that a real countryman can. He's sort of poking the pigs and checking the flocks and herds. There's a wonderful line in the Georgics when it's coming on to rain, and he talks about a heifer looking suspiciously at the sky, working his nose to sniff the wind. You really feel the flavours and the sounds and the perfumes of rustic life here. Virgil is staring at the soar of a lark and listening to the croak of frogs down in the mud.
For Italian nobles of the 16th century who'd read their Virgil, that vision of a balanced life in the countryside proved irresistible. They took their identity as gentlemen farmers seriously, and the ground floor of their villas was where carts and scythes and even some animals were kept. But the rest of the villa was for a different kind of rustication, the play of intellect. But that didn't always preclude a sense of humour.